August 29th. Only when you leave. As he always did, Jennifer Confer went for a morning jog in her nice neighborhood in Mesquite, Texas. The middle Confer's sister, she didn't look anything like her older or younger sisters, but she stated that because she'd been adopted, the three state sisters had recently moved to town and decided to leave Seattle, where they had spent years in the software industry. Well, this is kind of odd, given that all three sisters had the look of someone who had recently gotten out of the military. When asked about that, Jennifer's older sister, Larch, admitted that their father had always been a Marine, so, growing up, they had done a lot of PT with him, and at this point in their lives, daily workouts were just a force of habit to them. They made them popular with a lot of single guys in the area, especially the ones who were military vets themselves. As she finished her run, she came to a stop in front of a Java Pristine Paradise Shack, Mesquite's finest coffee shop. Walking in, she called, "Hey, ass! Got anything for me?" Ice Mocha, the owner of Java Paradise, waved her over. "Well, I sure think, sugar," she said in a thick Texas drawl. "Nothing more than usual for you and your sisters. How are things going to daycare?" Chipper laughed. "All things considered, I'm wondering if getting out of the software gig was a good thing. Kids are tough to deal with, you know. Rewarding, though." "Yeah, my little chocolate Claire's almost 3 now," I say with a grin. "And she just gets into everything. Wouldn't have it any other way, though. Anyway, let me throw all this in a bag and carry it for you. I'll be right back." While waiting, Juniper turned her head to watch CNN on the TV shop. On screen, the news scroll at the bottom revealed the headline: "Canadian spy master arrested for illegal child soldier scandal." Above that, the reporter was talking about how mysterious documents received by the Royal Canadian Canadian Police implicated Golden Rule, the director of CSIS, Canadian's equivalent of the CIA, in a decades-old illegal program, and how shortly after the document's arrival, Rule had surrendered himself to the authorities. Juniper watched the screen with vague interest. Earlier, however, the woman had once been Magical Storm. Cheers, the organization that raised her and turned her against everything she loved, finally saw its downfall. "Can you believe that?" I asked Juniper as she passed the woman a tray of coffees, a bag of breakfast sandwiches. "Like some crazy shit, isn't it? I swear I don't know what I'd do if I was ever in that situation. I tell you, poor girls, I swear." "Yeah," Juniper agreed, recalling everything she ever knew, and blanking it out, locking it away in her mind for good. She was all just a former code monkey and Jarhead Star turned overtime babysitter. Wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, don't know anyone who could live that life. Barry Lead read the Cheyenne Prairie Times, the second newspaper in Wyoming's capital. Based in the old headquarters of the Cheyenne Herald, it served as an upstart against the Wyoming Tribunal Eagle, the statewide newspaper. Small but spunky, the Times existed, all thanks to Lead, a self-admitted failed blogger from LA who won the California lottery and decided to move to the middle of nowhere to chase his dreams of being a newspaper magnate. So far he's doing well, but given the competition, that wasn't saying much. In a moment, Lead's at his office watching MSNBC, and the news of the arrest in Canada. He was about to reach for the remote when there was a knock on his door. He looked up to see newsprint, his star reporter, leaning against the door jamb. Of course, she was a star reporter entirely due to the fact she was hired away from the Tribune a week ago. But in that short time, she already managed to get the scoop on her former paper quite a few times. After he hired a few more folks, he was planning to make her editor-in-chief, but that would wait until there was more than 4 people on the staff. "Hey boss, you follow that shit?" she asked him. "Want me to write up a story about it, or should we just go with the why?" Lean stroked his trimmed beard and shook his head.
"You're kidding? Nobody else cares about that shit. Right? What I need for you is to keep pushing that story about the I-25 delays. I get the feeling why not isn't telling us the whole story, and I expect to after the gas tax hike. Readers are going to want to know where the money's going."
"You smell the story brewing?"
"You're damn right I do," he told her.
She pressed him a smile. "Get right on it, boss."
"Good. I want it on my desk at the end of the day."
"I'll have it for you by 2:30. She called back as she walked off. Lead continued to watch the MSNBC article. A small smile came briefly to his face. Speaking to no one in particular, he said swiftly,
"You did, Grandpa. Your actions saved all those girls."
Picking up the remote control, the man who had once been known as Agent Changeling turned off the TV and went back to work. After all, news stories don't write themselves. It's over! Adacia said, a wide smile coming to her face as they saw the news crawl on the distant television. We're free! Her sisters hugged her close, and the three cheered. What did they technically feed by your grandmother to begin with? Auntie asked Sunset. Let them have their moment, Tavi, Sunset advised, watching the three girls bounce and cheer in excitement. Yeah, besides, they're free of being Canadian sirens, Twilight pointed out. They're still sunny sirens. Don't remind me, sis, Sunset told her sister. The triplets went over and hugged Sunset fiercely. We're all in yours now, free and clear, cuz, Adacio said with a grin. You're extraordinarily happy about this, Sunset said with a smiling face. You sure you're gonna be okay? Yeah, I think we will be, she said with a grin. I'm fine, Arya said. Yeah, no problems here, Sonata chirped. Well, we need to get going soon, Sunset told him. We need to see Simmy and her family off at the airport. Twilight heard the catch in Sunset's voice. You've really grown closer, haven't you? Sunset nodded, not sure what to say. It's okay, sis, Twilight told her. Speaking of someone who woke up one day and suddenly had more family than she wanted to do with, I can honestly say it's fine. So you and Shimmy consider yourselves sisters now, that's okay. See someone else you'll have in your life. A friend who'll always be there. So, friendship is magic? Sunset commented. That sounds so corny, Twilight said in a droll tone. Yeah, probably. Sunset laughed. The others said they'll meet us there. Mom and Dad are taking care of some stuff with Spike, so they can't make it. But he said they're going to have breakfast separately with Shimmy's mom and Zephyr before they had to go to the airport. Miss Lila's doing something related to work, but Miss Celestia says she'd be there. Katie and Shiny are out of town this weekend before he goes out to Quantico for a month for his new job. Wow, feels like things are really changing, Octavia commented. Like the end of an era. Wow. Yeah, it kind of is. Or maybe it's just some things are winding down for a whirlwind year, Sunset commented. That's certainly how it felt to me. Well, if we're all going to go, I guess I'm driving, Octavia commented. Let me go get the keys to my van and we can go. Landing at the airport, Simmer was apprehensive. Her aunt and uncle were there, as was Coco. Even though the flight wasn't for another hour, she still wanted to spend some final time with someone who had become dear to her. A bit antsy, ain't you, Simmy? Sophia said wearily. It's gonna be the last time I see her for a while, Simmer said, so you want to see her again. Yeah, I get that. It was great seeing my kid sister again, and I feel like I missed out a lot on her life, Sophia told the girl. So I get that you want to see Sunny once more. But don't forget, just because you gals will be separated, doesn't mean you'll be separated, if you catch my drift. Yeah, Summer said with a smile. I get you. Gonna miss you, though, Coco said, hugging Simmer. I'm going to miss you too, Coco, Simmer said, returning the hug. Don't forget the ride, okay? I promise I won't forget. Well, I hate to leave you all to your vices, but we have a long day ahead of us of our own, Almond told her. Besides, I hate long goodbyes. Final farewells were sad, and Almond Forrest and his family departed, leaving the others to go. Is she coming? Simmer asked, asking no one in particular for an answer. Sorry we're late. Parking was hell. Simmer turned, smiled widely at the sound of her own voice, even though she hadn't been one to speak. Instinctively, she raced to the embrace of someone who was technically her own self, but over the past few weeks, had come to regard more than that. Sunset could feel herself growing misty-eyed over the absence of the other Sunset who was going to cost her life. Even though things had worked out far beyond as she had ever expected, Simmer had become part of her life in a way she knew she was going to be empty with her not around. I'm going to miss you, the Encore said with certainty. Is it bad I'm missing you already? Simmer said, not even bothered to hide the tears welling in her eyes. That is truly touching. Sunset turned to see Rarity and Eris approach, smiles on their faces. It's good to see you whole, Sunset. Both of you, the Fashionista admitted. You both needed this, and even though you'll be separated once more, it's only temporary. Sunset let go of her twin, and Simmer went over to embrace Rarity. Thank you for everything, Rarity, she said softly. Think nothing of it, Rarity said, fireworks already in her eyes. Besides, you're gonna invite me on your next vacation. I'm not to go to Monaco. You said Ian, Simran said, then turned to Fluttershy. I can't wait to see you perform again, Fluttershy. But I'm not, the Silverhand Hair began to protest. I know you know. It's in your blood. I heard your guitar and singing, and you're destined for fame, Simran said, hugging her friend. Don't forget to invite me to your first concert, okay? Okay, Fluttershy said, blushing. It's it. You take care of Rainbow and vice versa, okay? The two that Zero knew well, but it didn't mean she didn't want what was best for him. Sure thing, Alzec said, not sure how to reply. Yeah, no problem, Rainbow agreed. She then turned to Pinkie. My sister's happiness is important to me, Pinkie, Zero said, looking solemnly at the cotton candy girl. If you really, truly love her, you safeguard her that happiness, and not subsume it with your own. I know you love her, but you have to love her as well. Yes, sir, I understand, Pinkie admitted. She hugged her intended twin. But I promise I won't ever hurt her. That's all I ask. She then turned to Sunset's family. Girls, I don't think I need to say this, but I will. Take care of my sister. Our sister. She sniffed. Twilight took Shimmer in a hug. We love her too, you know. Of course I gotta take care of my sister. The others joined in on the hug as well. She means so well to me, so yes, I'm going to do everything I can for her, Octavia added. We wouldn't have a life if it wasn't for her, so count me in, Adazio mid. Same here, Arya said. No arguments there, said I promise. Finally, tears in her eyes, Sunset turned to Sunset. When we first met, I never imagined this would happen, she admitted. I thought I'd hate you and move on with my life. But I found a sister. Sarah reached around and terribly embraced Sunset, breaking down into tears. In all my days, I never thought I would see this, Solar admitted, feeling misty-eyed. She told me she once felt to feel guilty about being the surviving sister. But now, in this new life we have, she finally has family we can rely on. Well, still have more once my kid's going to live with us next week, Sophia reminded her. Besides, once you and I tie the knot, we can talk about having a couple of our own. I'm going to hold you to that, Sif, Sonia told him. As long as you here holding me, he said, slipping an arm around her waist. She leaned against him and sighed. Unaware of her own mother's flirting, meanwhile, Shimmer felt devastated in a way she couldn't describe. She finally had a sister, and now she was going to have to say goodbye. The world wasn't fair at all, and it's okay. She looked up to see Sunset's calm, silent eyes looking into her own. They were misty with tears, but they were calm and at peace. A peace Shimmer wasn't sure she felt at the moment. This is a goodbye for good, you know, Sunset whispered, reaching up and wiping Shimmer's eyes, then kissing her forehead. I meant everything I said. We're sisters, and we'll see each other again. I know, but... Sunset smiled. Someone's gotta teach you magic, Shimmy. And I'm sure you can practice on your own. But better you learn from a pro, right? You promise? They heard a gasp and Sunset smiled. Look around. Shimmer looked, and their magic was in harmony again, resonating strongly. Most of Red and the Cyan racing around them like tiny satellites in low sunset orbit. In the distance, people ignored them, focusing on their own lives and own worlds. Hell, I didn't. You did, Sunset told her. I didn't do this. You did. I did. Well, not the background pony spell, that was me immediately, Sunset confessed. But the harmonization, that was from you, from your heart. Tears streaming down her cheeks, and Sarah put on a brave face and smiled. I never thought I'd have the chance to see this, but I'm lucky I have a sister like you. I'll hold you to those words, Shimmy. You're going to come to visit in December, okay? Promise me. My whole family's coming, because I want to meet this extended family I have now. Did you want to come to my coronation at Equestria? I'm not sure that would be right, Sunset. But Sunset started to look at Solaire. As steady as it would be, your true birth mother would have enough time having to adjust to your adopted parents being there. Having to deal with us as well, it's not a good idea. She saw the look of heartbreak on Sarah's face and said, I know you wish to support her. But remember, we are princesses as well, and we have duties of our own. And Sir Sunset will be more than happy to show you the pictures when she returns. Simmer sighed. Okay, she grumbled. But, Solar smiled, there is one thing, Sunset. Though you may be crowned princess of Disney Celestia Place, technically before that you are, a princess of Imperial France. As a result, you have a tier station to wear. Solar continued to carry on and pulled out one box. This arrived for you, this morning by courier at my brother-in-law's place. She handed it to Sunset. Sunset opened it, looked at Solar, and where it say, a replica of the tiara Princess Berenice, Princess of France and Queen of Holland. Each princess of the family is issued one for formal attire. Solar smiled. This one is yours. I'm honored. You are a princess of Imperial France, Sunset. Wear the tiara with pride. She sent it back home via magic. I'll insist on being coordinated with it. That's more than fine with me. After all, it has been a while since a Bonaparte has been on the throne. Now we can say the time has come again. After a fashion. With that, Sunset let go. At this time, as the announcement came over the line, the boarding would begin soon. With that, the girls watched as the family got in line, using diplomatic passports to bypass security. Saphir used his government credentials and did the same. Once on the other side, Simmer waved goodbye as hit sunset. And with a heavy heart, they rounded the corner, out of sight and towards their flights. See, Evening Sonata, this is how you end it! Twice slipped her arms around her sister. It's okay to cry, you know. I know you're putting up a brave face, but we're your family. Sunset turned to her and buried her face in Twilight's shoulder, letting the tears flow. She becomes more human each day, and love enables that, Rarity said softly. That's the tale growing, isn't it? Adagio asked. I remember reading it last year. Rarity nodded. It's a favorite pony of mine, reminding me that we all have to grow up sooner or later, and we let go of that love which we love, so that they may grow as well. Sunset has moved on a long way since the girls and I offered to teach her friendship. We didn't know she would learn to love as well. Pinkie immediately moved to approach, but Applejack put her hand on her friend's shoulder and shook her head. Pinkie bit her lip and silently pledged with the bond, but the look in Applejack's eyes was clear. Let Sunset's sister deal with it. Her hair wilting, Pinkie turned away reluctantly. Meanwhile, Twilight continued to bring her dismal as his sister, saying, Come on, let's go home. We have our lives to lead, and so does Shimmy. She won't forget, and neither will you. Twilight took her sister's hand and led off. Sunset mutely followed, feeling surprisingly howard-hearted. I think we should get to home, Octavia told the others. Give me a call tonight and we can talk about maybe doing something tomorrow, okay? Sounds like a plan, Rainbow said. Hold on, let's get going and lead the sisters to their business. As the others led Sunset off, Pinkie angrily wheeled at Applejack. What the fuck, EJ? I wanted you! I know you did, sugar, Applejack said calmly. Well, it's not your place to do that. What do you mean it's not my place? She's my girlfriend! Yeah, I heard about that, Pinkie, Rainbow said. Frankly, sounds like you kind of took advantage of Sunny. She's, well, sensitive, Flashlight blurted out. She looked right at Pinkie. Yes, both of you have been through bad relationships, Pinkie. No one's denying that. You all have people to start to find love in the deepest, truest way. But Sunny's been reeling from one thing to another right now. You took advantage of her emotional state. But I didn't, Pinkie looked forlorn. You didn't intend to, certainly, Rarity said, giving her friend a smile. But you didn't let her choose, did you? You announced that you are Sunset's girlfriend, and you didn't let her tell us. And that's a textbook case of, well, I shan't say it, but you understand. Sugar, we know you love her, Applejack said. But you also want to be more than just a girlfriend. You had to be a friend, too. I'm not in any way an expert in relationships, but I do know when someone's emotionally compromised. It's not the best time to be setting up shop in the heart. Things could go bad, real bad. Pinkie was at a loss for words. Just take your time, Pinkie, Flashlight told her. Take it from me. I'm letting my relationship with Puppy Tails go slowly and it's worth it. Just let things go as slow as it needs to. If he really wants to come to you, she'll come. I'm going home, Pinkie said, turning direction of the parking lot. I need to relax. See, not even bothering to say goodbye to her friends, she just walked away. She didn't take that well, did she? Rainbow asked. Can you blame her? Fluttershy commented. Sunny's desolate, and under normal circumstances, Pinkie will want to cheer her up. But given it's Sunny, it's only magnified the situation. The kind of cheering up Pinkie wants to do would hurt them both. I hope she'll be okay, Randy said, watching the forlorn figure retreat into the distance. Oh yeah, so do I, Applejack agreed. So do I.